Okay, we're going to begin chapter 4. This is 4.1, the distributive property. Now here are a couple key concepts. I'd like you to pause my video and copy these into your notes, and when you're finished copying, go ahead and replay me while I explain them. Okay, so our first key concept is an equivalent expression. What that is expressions with the same value. And you can remember that because of this equa means equal. So we're going to have expressions that are equal or have the same value. The second key concept is distributive property. Remember we had all those properties. This is another one of those. And that is to multiply a sum or difference by a number. Okay, so we're going to have a sum or a difference, and we're going to multiply that whole sum or that whole difference by a number. And when we do that, we're going to multiply each term inside the parentheses by the number on the outside. And I'll show you by this example here. So I have a number on the outside, a, times this sum b plus c. What I do is I'm going to distribute this a to everything on the inside. Okay, so it's going to turn out to be a times b plus a times c, rewritten as a times b plus a times c. Now with numbers involved, I have this 5 on the outside of the parentheses, and I'm going to distribute it to everything on the inside. So it's going to be 5 times 6 plus 5 times 7. Okay, and then we can go even further and say 30 plus 35, and that would be 65. All right, and then we have here a on the and then we have a difference here. Okay, so b minus c. So we're going to distribute this a to everything on the inside. So it's going to be a times b minus a times c. And with numbers here, we've got 8 on the outside. And just because it's on the right side of the parentheses, it doesn't change anything. It's just as if it was written on the left side, except for it's on the right. So we're going to distribute this 8 to everything on the inside. And we're going to rewrite it as 8 times 9, or 9 times 8, minus 3 times 8. Okay, that's distributive property. Okay, here's our first example. And for the next several examples, we're going to have the same instructions. So if you'd like to just write these once, and that way you don't have to keep writing them all over. Okay, so in the corner here, I'm going to have I do or you do. And for this one, I'm going to do this one. So I want you to copy down exactly what I'm doing and work it out with me. And then when it becomes you do, I'm going to let you pause the video. I'm going to let you try it on your own, on your paper. And then when you're ready, replay me to see if your answer matches mine. Okay, so this one I'm going to do, and I'm going to distribute this 5 to everything on the inside. And the directions ask us to, first of all, write each expression as an equivalent expression. Remember that equivalent means equal, the same, right? So this is saying, this right here is saying 5 times 12 plus 5 times 4. This right here is your equivalent expression. This means this. Okay, so that's all that is. Then the second step asks us to evaluate the expression. So then I have 5 times 12, which is 60, plus 5 times 4, which is 20, and then 60 plus 20 is 80. Okay, that's distributive property. All right, this one I'm going to do as well. Notice I have a subtraction, a difference right here, and so you have to make sure you're paying attention to that. And my number that I'm multiplying is on the right side. So I'm going to distribute this 8 to everything on the inside. And I'm going to have 8 times 20 minus 8 times 3. This is rewriting as an equivalent expression. And then I have 8 times 20, which is 160, minus 24. And this is 136. Okay, now this one is a you do. I want you to try this as best you can. Pause the video, and when you're ready, replay me and I'll give you the answer. Okay, so first of all, you're going to distribute this 4, and you get 4 times 6 plus 4 times 3, and you get 24 plus 12, which is 36. All right, another you do. This one is subtraction, a difference. Pause me, try this as best you can, and replay me when you're ready for the answer. So we distribute, we get 4 times 9 minus 4 times 2, which is 36 minus 8. 36 minus 8 is 28. Okay, now these are a little bit different instructions, so I do want you to pause me and get these instructions written. Notice that the difference is equivalent algebraic expression, and what do you notice here? We have a variable. Okay, so when I'm using a variable, I'll change colors here, I'm going to have a number on the outside multiplied by a sum. So I'm going to distribute this 4, and this is going to be 4 times x plus 4 times 5. This step right here is the exact same as all of our steps we had here, right? Those are our previous examples. So I'm going to rewrite first. Now I'm just going to simplify. So what is 4 times x? Well, that's just 4x, right? We're in pre-algebra now. We squish them together, right? We don't need this little dot here. And then plus 4 times 5, which is 20. And because this has an x here, I cannot combine anything here to be to make it any more simple. This is in simplest form, 4x plus 20. I cannot combine this 4 with this 20 because this 20 does not have an x with it. So my final answer is 4x plus 20. Okay, I'm going to do this one. This is the same as last time with a variable in the sense that it has a variable in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this -9 to everything on the inside. So I'm going to have a -9 times n minus a -9 times 7. Okay, so then I just simplify and I have a -9n minus a -63. Now I can go a little bit further because what happens when I have a minus minus right next to each other? Isn't that the same thing as saying plus plus? So this is really -9n plus 63. Okay, now this one's a you do. I want you to try this one as best you can, and then replay me when you're ready for the answer. So we distribute here, we get 2 times a plus 2 times 5, 2a plus 10. Now don't get lazy on me and go straight from this step to this step. I want to see 2 times a plus 2 times 5 before you simplify. Okay. Another you do. Go ahead and try this one. Pause me, and when you're ready for the answer, go ahead and replay me. All right, so we distribute. We get 3 times b plus 3 times 6, 3b plus 18. Okay, again, show me this step before you get to this step. And then finally, we have extra practice, and this is going to be at the end of your notes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not going to give you the answers to these right now. However, I do want you to have these ready for tomorrow, and we'll go over them first thing tomorrow.